If you're like me, you were told basically from the time that your child got the official autism diagnosis how important visuals are for autistic children. And I believed it and I knew it as a teacher, but it was something that like actually implementing was really hard. And so I wanted to share the 4 mistakes that I initially made when I was trying to implement visuals so that you can learn from my mistakes and do better when you're trying to implement them. I will also be making some oatmeal pancake bars, gluten-free, dairy-free. I'll share the recipe in the description for you if you're interested in that. I figure I'm trying to keep up with making these videos, and I also have a lot to do meal prepping as a mom. So I'm just gonna do 2 things at once and then give you something helpful at the end if this looks like a good recipe to you. If you are new here, I am Katie. I'm a mom of 4, including an autistic 4-year-old. My son was diagnosed at 34 months, but we knew from about 18 months on, pretty good indicator. He has a neurotypical twin brother. I'm a teacher. And so I'd learned a lot about how to try to implement these things, good teaching tools. But again, like when it's your actual life and you have 4 kids, actually implementing it is pretty hard. I also have a free visual starter pack linked in the description down below, and it includes daily routine visuals as well as a how I'm feeling and calming routines board. We've been using those every day and they're helping us a lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and share the 4 mistakes. Mistake number 1 is the biggest just general struggle, and that is just not being consistent. If you're not consistent with it, your child's not really going to pick up on it, and then it's not going to actually be that helpful. And so really committing to saying, okay, I am going to make sure that I am going to do this every time, it really does make a difference, and it just ultimately is worth it, even when it's hard. As I share my other mistakes, I'll share some of the things that I've done that have helped with actually being consistent. Okay, number 2 is only having one of a certain visual card or only having the visual itself in one place in the house. So by cards, I'll try to put a picture up so you can see the cards that indicate some of his favorite things. So for example, he loves making smoothies and it's something he commonly requests to do, and it's just not available all the time. So it's something that I want to actually put like on our weekly schedule so that he'll know when to expect that we are actually going to have time to make his favorite thing. At first, I just printed 1 card and then I had to go back. I found that actually making multiples, especially of those cards, is good. And same thing with like something like the feelings board. I want to have one upstairs and downstairs so that it's like easily accessible all the time. And then I actually made like a travel pack with it too. I am about a month away from releasing my visual starter course that'll have more visuals than just the starter pack, as well as the best ways I found to implement them. So be sure that you grab the free visuals if you're interested in something like that so that you can be notified when the full course is ready. But yeah, so having multiples of the cards themselves and then multiple locations that the visuals are so that they're just accessible all the time. Helps with number 1, which was consistency too, right? Okay, number 3 is kind of similar, and that is inaccessibility. So it's both if it's inaccessible to my son himself so that he can see the cards and really get to know them and make requests from them, as well as like just convenience for me. So if something is just tucked away in a folder or there's just a bunch of like loose cards, I'm never going to use them, right? Like we're all busy. It's hard to use something like that if it's not super accessible. So I will put a little video footage of how I do it, but basically I laminated just white sheet of paper. I have Velcro stickies on them and the cards themselves go on the Velcro, and then the actual main visuals are on the wall. And then I also have a book of like travel to go visuals I've been using, and it helps so much if they're just like right there accessible. It makes a huge difference in consistency. And then finally, the last mistake was having no plan for travel. I just wanted to point out, I love these guys. They can go in the freezer and then straight into the oven, and they're also microwave safe and dishwasher safe and just kind of all the things anyone would want if they're meal prepping and very busy. I got it from Costco, but if I can find a link on Amazon to something comparable, I will link that too. Okay, so finally, number 4 is having no plan for travels. I have an actual like travel go bag for him, and one of the things is just a book of his visuals. I used a photo album book, and so I'll try to put a picture or a little video of that on the screen, but just having an actual plan and a way that it goes with you. You can also put visuals if they're certain really go-to ones on the back of, like if your child's in a forward-facing car seat, you can put it on the back of the passenger seat where the child can see it. But basically, if you're finding that it's really helping your child to have it at home, having it during travel, which can be some of the most stressful times for autistic kids because it's where the most changes, things are happening, it's where the most sensory input's happening, having some kind of plan for travel so that you're able to communicate using the visuals and the child can communicate back using the visuals really helps. Okay, actually, before I close this all the way, I'm going to show you at least what the prep looks like. And so they're just some oatmeal pancake bars. Like I said, gluten-free, dairy-free. I'm going to put some extra berries on top because my son loves berries. And if you have any questions or requests for what would be most helpful with you for visuals for implementing them or anything else related to parenting autistic children, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you have a wonderful week.